Okay, we are picking back up in another session for Demon's Crest. I had to start the recording back up in a new session since the last one was running a little bit long. When we last left off, Firebrand went all the way to Phalanx's castle and was unable to defeat him in his final form. What I've done is I've gone back to town. I spent some time grinding up gold. And right now, I currently have all 5 of my potions full of health recovery. And we're going to go back and try that again. This time I'm going to take the Fang Talisman in. I did go and look up the effect, and it does boost overall firepower and damage. I think we're going to go for the YOLO route and try and spam shots against Phalanx's final form. Doing more damage is going to be better than taking less, I think. But with that, we can go ahead and take off and head back into the castle. I'll have to run through all of the preceding boss fights again, but shouldn't take too long, especially for using the Fang Talisman. I think the animation on little imps with the crossbow here is pretty funny. When they miss, they'll sort of throw a tantrum. It's an interesting bit of detail. Let's keep moving. I really like the backdrop in this particular section of the castle. It sort of looks like a big cathedral, an altar in the back. Yeah, I think the damage boost is a little bit more noticeable. Should allow us to get through this fight and the fight against Gruron and Phalanx's first 2 forms relatively quickly. Still think the final form against Ultimate Phalanx is going to be a challenge. But we'll see if the damage boost ends up working out in our favor more than going for armor. I don't need to drop down to the hidden area. There should still be a health pickup here. Just plow through. We'll get one more health pickup from the rematch against Gruron. It shouldn't be difficult to go into the final fight with full health. Four hits. Now, round 2 against the final boss. You don't have to sit through the dialogue again since We went through it once already. One thing that's interesting about Phalanx's sprite, I don't know if it's just a matter of him being a boss, but if we were to take the sprites in-game as actual scale of the character, he would be twice as big as Firebrand. I think canonically that's not accurate. He just has a boss sprite for the sake of gameplay. But interestingly enough, we do get a couple different shots of Phalanx in-game. We see from the intro when he's got the crest in hand, and then we see him here in this cutscene. I think you get another one if you get one of the bad endings. You get sort of a higher quality render of his face. Coincidentally, there's also a different render for Arma. If you get the worst ending, I believe, you get a cutscene with him that shows his character design in higher quality. I'm not going to do all the endings here, but you can look them up. It's kind of a interesting piece of art that most players probably wouldn't have seen unless they rush through the game. Alright, we've already got the water hazard taken care of. So, it should only be a couple more hits to take Phalanx out here. But if they don't refill my life for the final fight, I might have to let him kill me and then go in with full health. I thought I read somewhere that Phalanx is weak against demon fire too. Let's go try that. Oh, alright. I wonder if technically the demon fire projectile does more damage than the legendary gargoyle projectile. It's possible. We are not going to go with that for his ultimate form, though. Mostly because any sort of damage is going to probably do at least 4 pips off my health bar without the armor. So what we can do is let him kill us here, and then we'll start the fight over with full health and full recovery. Alright. I think touching his body's 3 or 4 hits of damage. But we'll go ahead and go the YOLO route again with the Fang Talisman and the legendary gargoyle. Yeah, blah blah. Oh, come on. I'm having trouble getting up to his face. Ah. It looks like it's 4 pips of damage with armor. I think I had 3.5. to try that again. If I get down to four health containers, I'll pop a ginseng then. Yeah, it looks like it. 4 or 5, maybe? Yeah, 4. Ooh, boy. A little close. Alright, that's decent damage. Once he starts to turn color, we'll know we're close. Ooh. Last potion. Hopefully I'm close. Oh yeah, he's almost done. A couple more good hits will do it. There we go. Got it. Even using the whole YOLO method to go right up in his face is not easy. Yep, we get our endgame cutscene. Phalanx's castle, which now has an actual in-game model instead of just a flat image, crumbles in dust, as is tradition whenever the boss is dead. Now that he's secured all the Crest, Firebrand takes off in victory. Phalanx almost summoned the power of infinity, but he was destroyed by the power of Firebrand before it came under his control. With all the Crest safely in his possession, Firebrand used over the power at his command, and it caused him to sparkle. It would be a simple thing to use it to reign supreme. But in the end, Firebrand decided that his destiny lies elsewhere. The Crest of Infinity. When all 6 crests are united, oh, this is going to be a slow crawl again. The Crest of Infinity is said to appear and give the bearer unimaginable power. These totally don't look like Infinity Stones. Crest of Earth. Now we get sort of end credit crawl here. Ruling over the earth, this crest gives great strength to its owner. We actually see the runic marks on each of the crests as well. And these are in-game cutscenes of different sections. Belth. And we get an intro for all the bosses. This is how I learned their names. Ovnunu. Crest of Air. Ruling over the sky, the crest enables the owner to control the wind. Interesting, we didn't have this crest when we fought this boss. Flame Lord. Flyer? I guess we'll see if I was right about all the names. Crest of Water. Ruling over the ocean, the crest allows the owner to swim beneath the seas. Skula. I like this whole boss roll call thing they do in this game. That's a pretty neat touch. Plus you get to learn their names. Holothurion. The Crest of Time. Ruling over the past, the crest enables the owner to go back in time. And we definitely didn't have that crest when we fought Crawler. Goron. Crest of Fire. Ruling over flame, the crest allows the owner to control fire. Makes sense. That is a cool shot. Somolo. And our rival character, Arma. I guess it makes sense that they have Firebrand in his regular form in the Crest of Fire and squaring off against Phalanx. And now we have our end screen here. It's kind of a neat skeleton dragon looking text design. That is the Crest of Heaven, which I don't think they mentioned the Crest of Heaven or what it does, other than it grants the user a ton of power. And it's gonna reset. Okay. I'm gonna write this password down in case the game doesn't keep it loaded for me. ELRXGTQ. Make sure I got that correct. Let's see if... I don't think it's going to quit out to the title screen. I have to go reset the SNES real quick.